Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field. Just nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Swift. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Haskins now off the bootleg. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 11 now, Haskins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Mostert. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Well, there was a trust factor in that call, turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Off the bootleg, Haskins. And he finds Tyler Croft. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third down, here's Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. This is Mostert. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Mostert. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Haskins to throw it. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 30, the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Haskins will throw, and this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Darnold. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Emmanuel Ogbah drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins, and he's got room. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will shave one more off this lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Back to the air. Haskins after the pick six. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Haskins now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. They will run with Singletary. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. On third and goal, Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, New York.
So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3rd and 3.
Ready. Let's go. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Haskins on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
He's checking crap. Young lady.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
We're outside. Watch 98. 98's the mark. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Looking at the NFL scoreboard, a bit of a surprise going on in the Meadowlands. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
54 mark.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Haskins, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 54 Mike. Let's put him on the buses.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on off.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Haskins to throw. And the grab by Croft.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Right there. 50.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Buffalo.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter of MetLife Stadium. And the Giants, they wind up winning that one. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Let's go now. 15 runner. 15 runner. Mike 54. Watch the over. Watch the run. Mike 54.
Throwing now is Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete from the contact. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
3 buzz.
Here we go with Haskins. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Hauschka now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. And the Jets have got it. And some room to work. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
That's a big number. Hey, foreign cars form. Foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more death. So replace those. Number saved, no name though.